What's going on, everybody? I'm so glad to be back with you guys for another vintage chill and chat. I have like my computer was really struggling to be able to kind of like churn out live streams and to make videos, and so today I upgraded my computer. It runs amazingly well right now, and it's just fantastic. Really, just glad to be here. Super glad to be here. We have a lot of fun things we're going to get into tonight. So pretty much what I'll do is we'll do our normal roll call like we do on Cardboard and Cold Ones, and just kind of check in with who's here and go from there. Actually, let me flip that up. Usually I always have the light kind of flipping upwards, but let's take a look who's here, man. Jacob Dahl is here. What's up, Jake? Good to have you here, man. Litzy Sports Cards. Jim is here. Mike from Jayhawker Vintage Cards is here. Jay is here. Phil Necro Fan 35 with the fireball, I'm sure. Dave from Peacemaker Cards. Jake T. O'Donnell, I'm glad you are out of the hospital, my friend, and that you are relaxing. Like I said, I stand by my comment. The best thing that will make you feel better is buying another baseball card. So rest up, man. I hope you're chilling like a villain. Diamond Gems, Mr. Diamond. Hello, everybody. Hope this Sunday night finds you well. Godlike Collectibles, what's up, brother? Everyone, man, like you had a killer weekend, man. The Delaware show treated you nicely, brother. Rev Steve's Cards is here. Oh, hell yeah, man. Let's go Mets, man. Where's my new cap I just got? Yeah, man. That throwback style. New York Mets. Let's do it. Let's do it. First place by 4.5 games. Let's keep it up. Pastor Craig is here. Jason, what's up, brother? My co-host from Cardboard and Cold Ones, as everybody knows. Mike Good, it's great to see where you let's see, it's great to see where you were released from your captives. I hope you still have your cards. As you can see, everything is still intact. And I got some, I'm just gonna share some fun stuff tonight, man. I'm just so glad to be back here, hanging out with you guys. Oh man, Coach Neil, man, what's up? I met Neil at the Delaware show during Memorial Day weekend. That was pretty awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was brief because I was kind of like out the door at that point, but he showed up, and there were some other people who I think just like a good crowd. It's unfortunate Ray from Philly couldn't be there for the show, but it was good to see. It's good to see Neil there. Theo, what's up, man? Oh yeah, man, I'm dropping the ball. I'm supposed to be doing right by my 4 collector comrades. So later on tonight, guys, of course, you guys know this is a triple header. Just like NBA and NBC on Saturday mornings, man. Triple header at 12 o'clock, always all the way to the evening. So you guys know I do the vintage chill and chats when I'm not hosting a 4 collectors live stream. Theo, I think it's your turn. So Theo, I think if it is Theo, which I'm pretty certain it is, Theo is running the live stream at 9 o'clock. Great panel. I think you guys were talking about various vintage sets, which should be a lot of fun. So I do it from 7 to 8 for tonight. And then Alex Bowman 53 is going to be taking his card room live at 8 o'clock, as we all know, from 8 to 9. And then, of course, Theo, I think, is going to be taking the reins at 9 p.m. So you guys got a triple header of some fun stuff. Of course, man. I'm so glad you're feeling better. This guy right here, Lenny Cardcast, has been making the rounds, man. Absolutely making the rounds, just like Santa Claus. And he knows it. Steve with the PH is here. Let's see. Carl, man. I'm in Sammy Monday. I'm here. Carl, I don't know if you know this, man, but you might get a kick out of this. I don't know if you know the story of why I'm called Sammy Thunder, or why I named the channel Sammy Thunder. In high school, I went from being like an overhand pitcher to kind of a submarine pitcher, and the captain of the team nicknamed me Sammy Thunder from Down Under. Thought you got a kick out of that, being from Australia. Let's see. I bought a card to hope when I got home for that reason. We'll share it soon. I look forward to it, man. Oh man, thank you, Chris. You look, I know, your videos, man. You're always looking sharp. Always looking sharp. That's all right, Steven. You're always around, man. You're always around, so I'm not gonna hold that against you. You can do what you got to do. I bailed on a YouTube video about cooking the perfect steak to join Oh man, it really depends. Like, where are you getting these steak tutorial tips? If it's from Peter Luger's, I may advise you to go back. What's up, eBay? What's going on, man? Let's see. That's right. Tonight, it's Theo. Oh, Wayo. That's right. What you meant to say, Mike. Yeah, Dan says, "Hey man, you were an inspiration, my latest guest." Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool. Brian with the Johnny Mize collection. The story of how he got his Retorado, was it the Red? No, it was the Propagandist Montiel, and he also got the Retorado. But getting both cards, that was pretty awesome. Yeah. So okay. So this Theo, thanks for the shout out. We are ranking the 50 set. Chris from Missouri, Ray from Philly, and Greg from Cali. Awesome panel. Couldn't get a better panel to join to discuss these sets. The the mensch with the wrench, Mookie Chilson. What up, friendos? Oh man, spill the beans. What Matty did you pick up? I'm gonna show it tomorrow, man. It's arriving tomorrow. Only a couple people know because, well, one person knows because he helped me kind of price it. But you know what? I know you're eager. You're very eager. You're a big Matty guy like myself. I know this, Rick. You and I are both cut from the same cloth with our collections. But I gotta keep it under wraps. But I do have a card that I know you'll appreciate. I'll show it tonight. I just got it in the mail yesterday, and so I still plan on doing a video showing it tomorrow with the with the start of the week video, which I'm going to be introducing again tomorrow. So I'll show the other card. But yeah, we'll see if I get the card. If I get the Matty card tomorrow, I'll show that too. Say hey 24. I love it, man. Say hey Sammy. Yeah, man. Good to have you here, brother. Don, Sammy's back. Had a great conversation with Lenny and Tom and Orange today. Oh man, I hope the show was really good. And the shows, I mean, the Orange show is always a lot of fun. They have the outdoors. I love when they set up outside. It's just a lot of fun. Aaron is here. Aaron, Mr. Auction House, as I think Aaron is like he's like Stukes level encyclopedia, man. Aaron is awesome. That is a sweet Matty. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be awesome when we show it. I know for a small fee I will spill the beans. Jason's in on it too, but come on, man, he's my co-host. I can't leave him hanging. Did someone say Matty? Yeah, listen, man, it's coming. It's coming. I got a really fun card, which I want it. I believe me. I'm the kind of person who just cannot hold back. I cannot hold back, but believe me, it's worth it if you demonstrate patience. I promise you, it's gonna be awesome. Tony was here. What's up, Tony? Glad to have you here. And Don the showing me. What's up, man? Good to have you guys here. So the roll call is completed. So let me talk a little bit about what we're gonna do tonight, man. One quick mention. I guess the first thing I'll do is quickly mention the latest video that I did. If you guys want to have fun with it, it's a time travel draft. Did that video yesterday. I think it's a lot of fun. Some people have already picked their years. The premise is just like I want it to be imaginary. If you had to go back in time with $5, you have the opportunity to go back in time for one day to a single year in history with $5 in your pocket. What year would you go? What would you pick up? And what would you pick up to bring back with you? And so I can tell you right now, the 1952 has been swept up. 48 and 49 have been swept. 33, 34 have been swept. 1909 has been taken. Oh God, I'm missing years. 1953 was swept. Believe me, a lot of 1946 was swept. So there's openings, man. Leave a comment and share your stories. The thing is that once a year is taken, you cannot take it again. And unfortunately, there were some, there were some overlapping picks, but I responded in the comments by saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. You're a little too late on the draft pick, but there is an opportunity." So if you guys want to check it out, you can. I just thought it'd be fun. So let's see. No Fireball tonight. I have to work at 10. I feel that, man. I feel that. Which I don't have to work tomorrow, so it's not Fireball, but it's Zadie's. We're gonna get to that too. Jake said he thought of the 33 Gowdy, all the Hall of Famers I could. Yeah, man. I don't blame you. And of course, Jay has dibs on 91 because I suggested it to him. All right. So I thought I'd mention that. So again, I have my notes on the side. So if I'm just reading from my notes. So we got some great community pickups to spotlight. I'll show you what I found this weekend as well. We'll talk eye appeal, and of course, maybe if we have time, we'll wrap up with a Q&A if you guys have questions at all. But yeah, I picked out some videos from this weekend. There's a lot of great pickups that people have made this weekend. I wanted to highlight some of them and share them with you guys, and talk a little bit about eye appeal as well. And I have, my buddy Mookie who's here. It's just a great demonstration. I love, it seems like we're kind of going in that direction with eye appeal, and in particular, well, I don't want to spill it, but just low grade, high eye appeal. And what does that mean exactly? It seems like, and I'm on board with that. Finding those those really good registration, good centering, honest corners, as Mike Petty puts it. And yeah, man. Mike, I have not shown the Hires Root Beer card yet, but you have sort of spelled it. It's coming. So let's talk a little bit about the collector's pickups from this weekend. I highlighted a few that I highlighted a few videos. I'm going to showcase a few of the videos, just kind of show snippets of it, and we'll jump from video to video and just kind of like relish in some of these great pickups. So we're going to show off a few, share why each stood out, fun stories, eye appeal, give these collectors a shout out, encourage people to check them out, because I think they, just fun stuff that they're picking up. So let me pull the first video that I can share, and it's gonna be from Mike, actually, from Hitman 23. So let's do it.
You, sir. He also threw in a couple of 56 Topps cards. I did not have this one because, yes, I am building the set. I'm building the 56 set. Rarity, right? However, yes, I did not have card number 1, William Harridge, the American League president. So he sent me that, which is very cool. And I'm not sure if I had this one or not, but it's still cool. It's Hellman's Mayo Smith, the Phillies manager. So if I have it in the collection, this will go beautifully in my loved vintage binder. So 256 Topps cards Ty sent me. And again, I told him I appreciate him. I do appreciate you, sir. Thank you for thinking of me. Thank you, Ty.
So let's go to, we'll go to Hitman 23. Awesome, fun pickups for this weekend. Happy Saturday. Such a jolly guy, man. We got to love him. And let's move over now to my buddy, Eric.
I'm going to actually start with the very back. And I'm doing that because I got two things I want to show off. So right here, I know people like to see how cards got distributed or how people picked up stuff. Here are 6 actual clippings from the 1935 Detroit Free Press that explained to you how you could pick these up. So I got 6 of them right here. The 2 right here, you're obviously going to recognize Goose Goslin and Mickey Cochran. But I'm maybe going to zoom in a little right here. And I'm going to read this really quick, because what you would do is you would cut out this piece of the newspaper, and it would say, get this attractive picture of a famous Detroit Tiger player and start a collection. Printed in a rich, full colors on very heavily enameled paper, 9x11, in a size free from all advertising. Clip this coupon appearing below and present it to the Free Press office, 321 West Lafayette Boulevard, or at Cunningham's Drugstore, 1065 Woodward Avenue, and receive your picture for free.
I'm gonna
if
jump
you cannot come downtown or live outside of Detroit, World Heavyweight Championship.
Sorry.
So love the red background, beautiful smile from Joe Louis. So they added this in as well because he was such a big icon back in the day, especially in the 1930s when he came into boxing. So I'm going to start from the very beginning. These are all in alphabetical order. So we're just going to fly through this for everyone, just so everyone can get a good understanding of these beautiful, colorful photos. So first we got the pitcher Eldon Ocker right here. This was actually the very last one I needed, the hardest one for me to find. Tommy Bridges, great pitcher of the 1930s. Just could not find him, and he was the very last one I needed. And one finally came up around like 2 weeks ago, and it was a buy it now. We got third baseman Flea Clifton, similar to like the Joe Louis, red background, green borders.
A little ahead here to
a lot of these have similar color
the-
schemes and backgrounds and borders. Unique look on him.
Yeah, Charles Gillinger.
Usually he
Beautiful
has
looking
such
card.
a badass photo in all of his stuff, but this one,
And just jump right into
best player of the team,
Hank
Hall of
Greenberg.
Famer, Hank Greenberg. Very first one I got.
All right, guys. So let me get back to where we are. Okay. So just really cool pieces that I wanted to highlight. Just, both Eric and Mike, had some just great pickups. And it kind of just demonstrates the variety in the community of just what people are picking up these days. So I don't know if Eric is here, if Mike is here, but just wanted to kind of share a few pieces. You can definitely check their videos out as well. The Detroit Collector is Eric's channel. Mike is Hitman23. I think a lot of us here know him and know both of these guys, but in the event that you don't, you can definitely search for them. So again, I will, I can pull their pages up here if you'd like. Let me see if I could do that and just I'm going to share the link. Unless Moki, if you have a wrench, so I know you can share links as well. If you don't mind picking up Hitman23's and sharing his, and I will share Eric's. That'd be awesome. If not, no problem. I can do it. But yeah, the Detroit Collector, Eric, that was the Free Press, Detroit Free Press. So these are guys. Just wanted to kind of give a special shout out to some of these guys here. But yeah, man. I mean, amazing. Just these are the kind of videos that we see, especially on the weekends. Stuff we look forward to are the pickups, and just can't just gotta. We always just enjoy seeing what people are picking up these days, and it's always just truly awesome, truly awesome. So I mean, everybody, and the thing is that everybody kind of has their own unique way of demonstrating why they pick up what they pick up. So Mookie put the link here. It's Hitman23. Thank you, Mook, for doing that. So Hitman23 and the Detroit Collector. You can check these guys out. Watch more of their videos. Mike, Hitman23, has been around for quite some time. Eric's been around for a little bit too. I think Eric, I'd have to look. I want to say it's about 2 years, maybe a little longer. Mike has definitely been around for longer than that, longer than I've been doing it as well. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw a shout out to these guys for some of the stuff that they've been picking up. Let me see what my notes say here. Yeah. All right, cool. So I figured I'd show some of the pickups, or the big pickup that I made. But first, before I do that, to crack open the Zadie's beer. So there's a running thing, and I got my Zadie's glass as well. There's a running thing with Zadie's. I reached out to their PR team or their social media team, asking if they would be interested in sponsoring my channel. And I'm not looking for a financial sponsorship. I'm looking for beer sponsorship. All I'm asking from them is to send me a 24-pack, maybe every month or every other month, and I'll show it in the live streams. Cardboard and cold ones, prime, absolutely prime for beer. And so I can show off my Zadie's glass, crack open a beer, So I don't think anybody from Zadie's watches this, but Zadie's is from Baltimore, Maryland. They're based out of the Zadie's is the beer. Union Craft Brewery is the name of the brewery. So they're saying, is that like Duff beer? It tastes like Duff beer. It's crisp. I've actually had a Duff beer when I went to Universal Studios. I wasn't gonna have a beer, but if Sammy's having one or five, it's only happened once on a live stream. I went for like 4 hours. I drank like 5 beers, and I faded fast. Somebody tagged them here. Yeah, man. Listen, I think it's possible. I really, if one of you guys that are here on the live stream can reach out to Zadies, I've tried, and they've ghosted me. So I'm not asking again. I'm not asking for a financial sponsorship. I'm asking for beer sponsorship. I want beer. So there you go. Yeah, Warren, you probably were on that stream. But all right, guys, listen. I picked out some cards that I wanted to share. I figured, I'd show a few pickups. How, like where I found them. Was it a dealer? Was it through DMs on like Facebook or Net54? Was it through a show? Was it through a trade? How the deal came together, and what drew me to the card. Was it based on the condition versus eye appeal and so forth? And so this kind of ties in with the whole eye appeal, low grade but high eye appeal. And this one, the card I'll show first, was purchased at a show at the Hudson Valley Renegades Stadium. They hosted a show there, and one of my favorite dealers is Brian Fish. Brian Fish is a guy that has all of a lot of the Venezuelan stuff, and he had the 67 Mays sitting in his display case, and I thought, oh man, gotta jump on that, gotta jump on that. So initially, I wasn't going to. I picked up. I bought 2 separate cards from him that day. I walked to the table. I saw the first card was the Tiant, or if you want to call it the Taint card, you can call it that too, for joking reasons. But the Tiant card was in there. It was a 67 Tiant. It's a beautiful card, and so I was looking up this. I mean, there's so few and far between in terms of sales, and they don't come up that often. And so I looked at a comp for what it was going for, and I asked Brian. I said, "Hey, this is what it went for. Do you think we can work out a deal?" And he goes, "Yeah, just that's fine. We can do what it comped for," which is awesome. So I picked it up, and I saw the Maze, and I was really, really interested in picking it up, but I don't know if I was ready to do it. And I was literally walking up the door, and I called Mookie, and I said, "Hey man, like, what do you think?" Brian Mookie knows the dealer Brian Fish as well. He's like, what do you think of like the 67 Mays? If I go back in and we go on FaceTime, can I just show you the card? And Mookie's like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I go back in, and Brian seeing me on the phone, I'm talking to Mookie, and I was like, "Hey, Brian, you remember Mookie? Just can you mind if I see that Maze again? I want to show him the card and just get his take on it." And so I show it to him, and Mookie, in Mookie fashion, it's like, "Oh, that's a great looking," just very excited for the prospect of me picking up that card. And so I go off to the side afterwards, and I think, I'm like, "How much do you think would be what should I pay?" And so Mookie, like I would have, goes and checks comps and sees what one like a SGC one sold for. And I went back to Brian. I said, "Hey, this is again." I was like, "Hey, would you be able to do this?" I think it was like 240, or I don't know, maybe it was like $250, somewhere in between. And so he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So like, no hesitation, no issue. We just made the deal, and here it is, man. This is the card. And so what I'm getting at ultimately with this is low grade, high eye appeal. If I show it close, it's going to get a little glaring. There's going to be some glare there from the computer, but you guys could see it. The front looks fantastic. There's a little bit of loss on the front, like towards his nose, but when it comes to Venezuelan cards, SGC ones, you take any sort of you got to take condition with a grain of salt here. It's for a Venezuela card. It is it's in phenomenal condition for a Veni. Now, the reason why I got a 1 is the back. Why is the back that way? Well, a lot of you guys know, but in case you don't, the reason why these have paper loss is because a lot of these were placed in albums. They were placed in photo albums, glued in photo albums, and that's just how they were preserved. And so somebody was able to rip this out of the album and ultimately graded it. I don't know if Brian graded these or if he bought this from somebody else, but again, low grade, high eye appeal, especially when it comes to Venezuelans. And eBay, man, come on, man. Willie looks like he did cocaine. Yes, low grade, high eye appeal with a hint of cocaine. But yeah, man, this when it comes to Venis, you just the grade goes out the window. It's more about the card. And I mean, just I think in general, for a lot of us here, collectors, the grade goes out the window, unless you're doing set registry, which I guess you would consider the grade. But yeah, man, it's a sweet card. Now, if you're curious, where's the Tion card? Why don't you have that one? And so, fun fact, I decided to move that card, and I sold that card to Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. He reached out to me first and said, "Hey, if you ever decide to sell that card, let me know." And my honor system is whoever reaches out to me first for any particular card that I decide to move, they get first dibs, and that's how I go about it. But yeah, man, he ultimately, Dan. It was at the December White Plains show, I think it was, or it was January. I get my dates mixed up, but yeah, Dan picked that up off of me, and now it's in his collection. So yeah, there it is, man. I'm very happy he sold that card to me, my friend. I love it. It's a beautiful card. If you guys haven't seen it, look up the 1967 tops. Sorry, I'm totally fading. 67 tops Venezuelan of Luis Tion. It's a beautiful looking card. So, there's a 67 Venezuelan Seaver next. It's not up. Oh, it is. It's right here, man. Yeah, there it is. I have other cards to show. The Seaver is an exception, man, because I mean that one, second year. I'll show it. What the hell, right? I can't call this low grade high eye appeal because it's not. It's high. It's for Veni. It's high grade high eye appeal. This one's a beauty, absolute beauty. Venezuelan. I was again another card with Brian Fish. I bought from Brian Fish with Mookie, right with me at the time. And a fun story, I bought this for $950, I think, from Brian Fish, and I really didn't want to pay $950. I wanted to pay $900. But Brian was, he didn't want to budge, and I respect that because I mean, again, these cards are, they don't come that frequently. They're on eBay. I've seen them on eBay. I know Aaron has 2 of them, or 1 of them, I think, because Dan bought the other one at Strongsville from Aaron. It was a low grade, so low grade high eye appeal. Let me make sure I add that in. But this one, again, Mookie was there. I didn't want to pay $950. I wanted to pay $900. Brian didn't want to budge, which is fine. And then Mookie, I'll never forget this. Mookie said to me, "Listen, man, I was set up that day at the Garfield show. Mookie said to me, "Listen, man, I'll buy like 20. It was $25 actually, $9.25. I'll buy $25 worth of cards at your table to make up for it." And he was a man of his word. He ended up buying $25 worth of cards. It's a good friend. It's a good friend right there. So let me get back to the chat, man. That's a yeah, the Tion is gorgeous. It was an SGC4. So that's what it's all about. Happy for both you guys. Yeah, man. Is it safe to display my cards? I'm worried about fading. Yeah, I mean, my display, I'm not worried about it. I don't get a lot of sunlight in here, so that's great. It's a great Tion card, and that's a crispy example for Veni. Yeah, man. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Dan did a video on it as well. Big Six, what's up, buddy? Good to have you here, man. Talk about a guy who has amazing pre-war, the Big Six, man. Stuff of legends. If you keep talking Tion on this channel, I'll have to go from beer drinking to cigar smoking. Oh, man. Oh, man, now you're getting somewhere. Great card. Thank you, Relics. I appreciate it, man. The Taint, yes, the Lewis Taint, Lewis Taint. Lord have mercy. Look at the beautiful thing. Thanks, Eric. Stellar card. Thank you, Warren. Warren is awesome. Religion's going back and forth on that love fest. So that's one example. And we're going to get to another example shortly with Mookie's. Here's another example. Low grade, high eye appeal. So this is a big pickup at Strongsville. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this card it's a pricey card, man. It's a pricey card. It's the standard caramel of Mathewson, and it's an SGC2 on his corners. Like I said, as Petty calls it, on his corners, rounded corners. And what really attracted me about this card is the classic pose that Mathewson is in, that we see in a variety of cards from all over that we all know. I love the orange background on this. The orange, again, registration is, for me, it's low grade, high eye appeal. Registration is everything. The centering speaks to me really well. This is a combination of everything. The centering, the registration on the card, everything is just perfectly intact here, and it's graded at 2. So I have to thank Mike Petty on this one, because Mike Petty was, he was my cheerleader at Strongsville. This came from Stan. I bought it from Stan. Actually, this was famous. This has a fun story attached to it. I walk up to the table and I see Orlando's making a deal with Stan for the Ty Cobb that he since has shown on his channel. Big card, massive card, just like an insane pickup. And everybody was just in absolute awe. And maybe that served as the inspiration for what was to come. So right after, I was like, I got inspired by that. And I was I was doing my rounds. I walked around. I was looking up, seeing what this card was going for and how it's sold in the past. And so I finally work up the courage and I talked to Stan, and like right after Orlando's deal, and I'm like, and because Petty is there and everyone's there, and so they're working up a crowd, and so I make the deal for this for $3,000. Big card, arguably the biggest card that I walked away from at that show, or I walked away at that show. And so that was a big pickup. And Petty's the funny thing with that story is that Petty was saying, "Hey, listen, just give him a no slave, like one of those not a penny slave, whatever you call them, the team bags. Give him a new team bag, for Christ's sake. Come on, Stan." So he gives me a new team bag. I pop this in there, and then right after that, like literally in the span of 20 minutes, Orlando, myself, then Greg comes up. Greg is batting third. He's just right before the cleanup position, man. Batting third, he comes up, and what does he pick up? He picks up the T206 Portrait Matty, and just an incredible looking demonstration of a card. So if you weren't there to witness it, man, it was something else. Stan was having a ball. Just seeing all these encounters happening, card purchase after card purchase after card purchase. But this was my big pickup, and again, demonstrating the overall aspect: low grade, high eye appeal. It is channeled through this card right here, this Mathewson. So sorry about the long-winded story to go with it, but I figured you guys wanted to hear the full scoop of it all. I'm gonna take a sip. Okay. Let's see what we got next. I got a couple more cards here. So sometimes I love purchasing cards from Facebook, from collectors that I've gotten to know pretty well on Facebook. There's a great group on Facebook called the Baseball Oddball. It has a long name, but essentially it's a group that is administrated. The administrator of the group is Howard Chasser, and so Howard runs a tight ship. Everybody posts unique oddball cards, from food. I can pay food, beverage, photos, and such. And there's a guy named Ben. I don't know if he would want me to mention his last name, so I'll just kind of leave just say his first name. Ben is a huge maze collector. Has always had some great maze stuff, and I think he was starting to relinquish some of his stuff. He explained it to me, but again, for just to keep that story private, I'm not going to go into details. But essentially, he was letting go of. He put together a giant lot of different cards. And one of those pieces was a really rare and unique Willie Mays piece that I've heard so much about over time. And he was putting it was raw, but you know these maze, you don't fake these. There's just no way. I mean, I guess there is a way, but knowing Ben, knowing he's a reputable guy, there was no way that it was going to be fake, and it wasn't. So we made a deal, made a purchase. He had just an insanely fair price. I think it was ultimately the price was like about $750 for this card. It is none other than the Howard Service photo from 1953 through 55. What makes this card so special is the early days of 7-Up. Now, 7-Up was based out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I think Mays spent a lot of time in Minnesota prior to his days in New York with the Giants, and San Francisco as well. And this photo was taken of him. I could try to. It's going to get a little glary on here, so I'm going to have to kind of do like a Ken Burns effect and kind of go up and down with it. So you guys could see Howard Service photos. And I graded this with PSA because, I truly felt that the card was going to look a lot better in this slab. And unfortunately with SGC, there's slabs that I actually asked them. I said, if I grade this card with you guys, will this be in a slender, slim slab? And they said, no, unfortunately it's too big. It's going to end up being in a bigger holder. And I said, I want my cards to aesthetically look pleasing. And maybe I'm the only one that feels that way, but that's for another day. But the Howard Service photo, there's one on eBay right now, actually. I don't know if my buddy Micah, I told Micah about it. He's another maze collector on Facebook. I told him, I said, you got to go after that one if you're going to, because they don't come up that often. These you don't see at shows. You don't really see them online that much. And I'm so thankful that I built a good working relationship with Ben. I purchased a number of things from him. And just great that he's on that Facebook group. But this is an example. You buy stuff at shows and you build great relationships, and you buy stuff online and you can build great relationships there. So again, low grade, high eye appeal. This one ended up grading a 1. I got to give a shout out to Mookie's buddy Pete, because Pete is the one that graded this for me. I paid for it, of course, but Pete submitted this on his account. So thank you, Pete. I don't know if you watch a lot of these, but if you are lurking, I greatly appreciate it, brother. This was just a fantastic looking piece. And here's the back again. Compliments of 7-Up. And what's even cooler about this card is you can't really read it, but I really exposed this. And essentially it's a kid. I think it's a kid that wrote this saying, I'm sending this to you. If you can send me back Stan Musial, something written, that'd be awesome. So again, great demonstration, low grade, high eye appeal. And I want to get to Mookie because if you guys haven't seen this video, you should, because this is like the creme of the creme demonstration of low grade, high eye appeal. I was witness for it. And so I'm going to play a snippet of it. So let me do that right now. Where are we? Here we go.
And I'm going to just show it to you. Here we go. It is a 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige rookie card. Leroy Satchel Paige. And if you didn't know any better, you might think this was a 4 or a 5 or a 6, which would have been way out of my league. But instead, because many of you probably know or can see, it's got a pinhole at the top of this cap. And where the graders at PSA see that pinhole and give it a 1, I see it and it just drops my jaw. And so when I saw that card in the case, it was way out of my price range, way, way, way out of my price range. And so I had to do some work. So I saw it in the first hour of the show. And I knew that it was there. And I knew that if I did some maneuvering and some transactioning, that maybe I could get into range. And the whole time I was there, I was thinking, I think it's out of my range. I said it to Craig multiple times. I think it's just, I love it. I think it's just out of my range.
All right, so I don't want to spoil it. Mookie's, Go check out Mookie's page. He's the mensch with the wrench. But I'm telling you guys, check out that video. Let me see if I can find it right now, actually. And I'll leave it in the chat. Actually, I have the video. What am I doing? I have the link right here. I'm foolish. I'm a foolish fool. So, guys, I'm going to leave the link in the chat if you guys want to go check that video out. That is the link to go check out that Mookie's pickup from Strongsville. Again, it's just a demonstration of the low-grade, high eye appeal, and that, to me, is the pinnacle of demonstrations of what that looks like. So we're at 42 minutes in, so I want to make sure we have time for some other stuff. So I want to leave it open for any sort of questions or answers that you guys might have. I'm happy to take any questions you guys have. Talk about low grade, high eye appeal. You guys want to share any insight from your perspectives? And before we finish, I do want to make sure that I announce a fantastic giveaway that's going to be happening this week. It's the sheer generosity of Mike Bokar, who runs the Fish Kill Show. While we wait for any sort of questions, here we go. I'll share the Mike Bokar story next, but sorry, Ben, I'm gonna get back to you on that one. Back to your comment in a second. Eric, did your big boy card come in? Thanks for reminding me. The Maddie did not come in, but another big boy card came in, and I said I was going to share it, and I'm sorry I haven't shared it yet. So, you guys know how I feel about the Hires Root Beer card, how I feel about the test issue. Test issue is awesome. I can't say that I have anything more beyond, I don't have the test issue with the tab included. But what I do have is a Maze 58 with tab. I'm happy to share the story with you guys. I'm happy to share what I paid for it and who I got it from. This was a prolonged deal made in the works. Picked this up from my buddy Micah. I mentioned him earlier. Micah is on Facebook, sells a lot of stuff, collects Maze like me. We talk a lot over Facebook Messenger. We're chatting back and forth. Funny enough, he said he uses one of my photos of like my Maze collection as a checklist for stuff that he wants. And I mean, listen, man, if you haven't seen his collection, his Maze collection is out of this world. But let me go into why I have this now. I picked this up because he had two of them. He just recently got the Hires Root Beer with tab in an SGC 7, but it was in the older slab. So the older slab, he wanted to get it reholdered with the new grade. A lot of us do that. No big surprise there. But it came at an awkward time because SGC is at an absolute standstill with their grading. People are waiting 2 months for their stuff to come back. And so I'd be asking Micah, hey, what's the status in a week after week? And he goes, oh, it's still in received. still in received. And I'm like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? It's been like three weeks, almost a month now. And so last week, I got a prompt on my phone. It says, finally. And I'm like, and all in caps. And so he says, it's like, he gives me his PayPal information immediately. And I knew exactly what that meant. So I paid $2,600 for this card with Micah. Low grade, high eye appeal, if you want to call it that. Honestly, when it comes to the tab, grade goes out the window. It's really just the condition of the card and the tab. And I think it even has a little bit of root beer over there too. A little bit of a root beer stain. You need that. Here's the back. But it's so sweet, man. It's so sweet. Love the food beverage stuff. And of course, I couldn't do a vintage chill and chat without showing the Coca-Cola as well. Got some Coke, got some root beer. What more do you need? So this was one of the two big pickups. I'll do a more dedicated video on this tomorrow when I do the start of the week, which, by the way, I have one contributor so far for the start of the week tomorrow. If you guys want to contribute your pickups for the start of the week, I'm going to do a max of 5 because it takes a lot to do, to put the slides together. So I think 5 is a good number. But if you're interested in showing your pickups, tomorrow I will be working on the video where I'm highlighting this card, as well as the various pickups that y'all have made over the course, whether it's this past weekend or this week. But here it is. So one of the two big pickups. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get the other one. So 28 Relics is asking, what are they charging to grade those? I don't know. I bought it graded, but I'd imagine a lot of the oversized stuff. I could tell you this much. This I did grade, or I submitted with grading through Mookie's buddy Pete, and I think it was $60 or $65. That includes shipping and all. So I'd imagine this was probably the same, if I had to guess. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, buddy. Let me just, I haven't been highlighting the chat, and I apologize. I'm going into stories, not really kind of giving you guys the time of day here. So I want to make sure I kind of go back and just check to see. So I love Carlisle's comment here. Are there any Don Mossi high eye appeal cards? Oh man, that sounds like something Scott would say with the puppet. I collect low grade. So Ben, I did say I was going to go back to your comment. I collect low grade, low eye appeal. Ben, your collection is awesome, man. I mean, epic. I don't even want to spoil the big card that you picked up, man. I drool. I was drooling when I heard the story of what you got. That's worth a sip of beer any day. Tony was saying Mookie's Satchmo is legendary. Oh, it's phenomenal. Arguably the greatest, one of the greatest pickups of that show. And there were a lot of great pickups. But I felt proud for Mookie when he got that card. And he got it from Bill Chappell. For anyone who's curious, I just didn't want to, put a damper on the story, because I feel like Mookie should, you should watch that video and enjoy it for yourself, not have me try to secondhand explain to you how that went down. So, oh, that's sweet, Ben. We got to link up, man. At the National, got to link up. I want to take a picture with you holding that card, if you don't mind, just so I could say I was witness for it. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't want to mention it here, Ben. If you want me to, I'm happy to mention it now. But oh man, that's such an epic card. So epic. Oh, thanks, Jason. So let's see, Adam. I'm sorry I didn't. I saw you came in earlier. I'm glad you're here, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Awesome addition to the collection, Sammy. Hoping to add the Aaron Hires as well as Clemente rookie card. Listen, man, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for the Clemente rookie card. I know you'll be able to find without a problem, obviously, but I will keep my eyes peeled for the Aaron Hires. Are you just looking for the card, or do you want the one with the tab as well? Just let me know. And I'll see, you know, I'm always keeping my ears and eyes glued to dealers that are whatever inventory that they're always adding for, you know, for their shows and such. So I'm always looking to help other people. Okay, there's tons of cards that I can definitely show more with low grade, high eye appeal, but I did want to close this live stream with a giveaway announcement that I'm going to be formally announcing tomorrow, but this is just kind of like a preliminary. Because I did the Fishkill show yesterday. Just such a fun time. I always enjoy seeing everybody there and chatting with collectors and dealers alike. And Mike, who runs the Fishkill show, runs a tight ship. It is one of the better shows in the New York area, and if you're in the area, again, I highly recommend. But Mike was so generous. I walk up to his table towards the end of the show. He has a display case of nothing but Venezuelan cards, or mostly Venis. And I tell him, I said, Mike, you know, I'm interested in, I want to do a giveaway. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I want to get a unique card, because not everybody has a Venezuelan in their collection, like a Venezuelan card in their collection. And I thought, that would be a great giveaway item. And I was ready to you know, to pick a card out. I had some thoughts and ideas in mind. And Mike is like, "You're doing it for a giveaway?" I said, yeah, I'm just going to do it for a giveaway. You know, so maybe we can work out a deal for one of these cards. I was interested in this one and this one. I'm going to mention which card it is. And he takes the card that I told him that I was interested in, and he just hands it to me. He goes, "Take it." And I'm like, "You sure?" He goes, "Yeah, absolutely. I know it's going to go to, you know, a great collection. And you've done so much for the show by promoting it and such and putting videos out." And I said, "Thank you, Mike, so much, man. Like, you're going to make a collector like really happy by doing this." And so Mike is so humble, man. He doesn't want the spotlight on him, which I admire and appreciate. I love people that are humble, but I had to you know, make sure that he got his flowers. There he is, right there. Man. That's Mike right there. He runs the Fishkill show, and again, he handed this card. I'm going to be doing an announcement for the giveaway probably tomorrow during the start of the week episode, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But I'm going to show it to you in two ways. This is up for grabs, you guys. It's a 64 Venezuelan of Juan Marichal, the winningest pitcher of the 60s. You want to talk about honest corners, honest love for a card. This is it right here. And look at that registration on it. It's beautiful, man. It's perfect. An SGC1, Juan Marichal. This is up for grabs. This is what Mike said. Put this in your giveaway. And like I said, a formal announcement will be made tomorrow, but I couldn't wait to show this here. And I'm sorry, Mike, I'm looking for your business card right now. Even though he said, like, don't even worry about, don't show the business card. I'll do it tomorrow in the video. I will do a formal announcement in the video tomorrow, and and just make sure that Mike gets his flowers for his generosity. So again, I said I was going to show it in the sleeve, you know, in the team bag without. So here's a better look at it. I'm trying not to get the glare to show, but this is going to be this will be up for grabs, and this will be on the giveaway. I'm not asking for a VR, so Petty, if you're watching, you can rest easy. No VRs. It's just going to be comments. I don't know what the theme is going to be yet. I haven't thought about it, but something's going to come to mind. We'll figure it out maybe. But I'll have 24 hours to think about that. But anyway, yeah, man, this will be in the giveaway. Good 64 And it's great, man, because for anybody that doesn't have a Juan Marichal card, or if you're a Giants collector, if you want a special card like this, like a Venny card in your collection, you don't have one, it's perfect. And it's a Hall of Famer. It's it's great, man. It's the winningest pitcher in the 60s. A living legend, Juan Marichal. So this will be part of the giveaway that's coming up. Compliments of our friend Mike Bokar at the Fishkill Show. Again, great guy. So, Mike.
Howdy, all.
So that's pretty much what I wanted to round it out there. We got about, like 3 minutes. So again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I hope it was entertaining for you. I love doing these. I love spending time with you guys. It's going to be, again, double header, this is a triple header. Right after me tonight is Alex of Bowman 53. He is up next. And then headlining the evening tonight is Theo with his panel. So definitely with the 4 collectors. So a lot of fun. The weekend is not over yet. I hope you guys had a great weekend and a great time. And I will see you guys next week for 4 collectors, or actually for Cardboard and Cold Ones on Thursday. And then Sunday I'll be hosting next week at 9 p.m. So no 7 p.m. live stream next weekend, but 9 p.m. I'll be back. So thank you guys again so much. I appreciate you guys as always. Much love here. I will catch you guys soon. Take care. Have a good night.